Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Guess what? We're back on the Mark IV Jetta. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so as you may know or not know, we're getting really close with the Jetta, but we've been having an issue with the clutch. So the clutch basically is living on the floor. Now, we already replaced the brake master cylinder and the clutch master cylinder and the reservoir, which they both share. That didn't solve it. It kind of did. So me and a friend actually tried bleeding it on Saturday, and we got it to build pressure, and then about a half an hour later it lost pressure again, and we kept kind of hearing air coming from around the bleeder. So we basically have two things left. It's either the bleeder block or it's the clutch slave cylinder. So bleeder block is the easier of the two, so I hit up my boys over at ECS Tuning, and they overnighted me a clutch, 6-speed clutch bleeder block. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. Now they actually have their own video of how to install this. It's actually super easy. So since it's my problem, guys, we're gonna go ahead and install this today, and then we might give you a couple peeks at a couple other things going on with the Jetta. Like I said, we're getting so close. I'm ready to be done with this car, move on to the Flex and the Mini. I know you guys are really ready for that too, but I need this car running and driving before I can move on to anything else. I need the garage space. I need lots of stuff. So, see you guys in the garage in a minute. All right, guys, so here we are in the garage with the Jetta, obviously. It's a really cramped space, and you guys know my lighting sucks in here, but right there, that's the stock bleeder block. I know it's really hard to see, and like I said, ECS has a really great video of how to install, so I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do this. It should only take a couple minutes, so cue the time lapse. I'll check in with you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so I'm kind of all set, but I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and take the batteries out. Also, check out these new fancy nice battery terminals. I'll show you guys what the old ones look like here. Just completely beat, just terrible. So these work. I was blowing fuses for the air ride setup, and we were convinced, and you guys will see in the last video, but that it was a bad ground. Yeah, 100%. I haven't blown a fuse since I put these on, so everything's good. So I'm gonna pop the battery out, pop the battery box out, and then I will see you guys in a few. All right, so got the battery box out. Yeah, definitely a lot more freaking light, a lot more space to work with. So that's right there. That's the OEM bleeder block. So that's what we're gonna pull out. We're gonna replace the O-rings, the clips, and the bleeder block, and then we're gonna try to see if we can bleed this car successfully, bleed the clutch, keep the pressure. Hey, let's hope, you guys. All right, say a prayer for me. See you in a bit. All right, guys. So got it in there. It was kind of a bear. The line side didn't want to go into the new bleeder block. It was really hard. So obviously I leaked brake fluid all over the place. So I'll go ahead and top the reservoir off. Then the instructions say just to crack this guy 1/8 of a turn, and then to go ahead and pump the clutch, and then repeat if necessary. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And hopefully we get some kind of result, but see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so we got the new one in. I went ahead, topped off the fluid. I pumped it. It looked like I actually had Caleb pump it just so I can make sure. I know this. So this is the thing about this is it's a one-way bleeder valve. So you should be able to bleed it by yourself. It's just like so many issues with this. I wanted to watch and make sure everything was good. So I had Caleb pump it for me. I clipped it off. It looked like only fluid was coming out. Then I went ahead and pumped it, built pressure. So it seems stiff. It came back up. So now we're literally just going to have to see if it maintains the pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the battery box in the battery. I'll start the car up. I'll maybe shift it, run through some gears, see if we're going to maintain pressure. And then I'll check back in with you guys after I'm done putting the, when I get to that point. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back and check in with you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So got that back together. I'm going to go ahead and try to start it up and run it, cycle it through some gears and see if we got it done or if we didn't. And at this point we probably will have to move on to the clutch slave, which means we got to pull the tranny, and I'm really bummed out. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that, and I'll check in with you guys in a sec. All right, guys, well, didn't seem to work. Still doing the same thing. It's building pressure, and then it's losing it. It is going through fluid like I don't know where it's going, because there's no visible leaks other than obviously where we spilled fluid everywhere. Where I spilled fluid everywhere when I was changing out that bleeder block. And really, there's no leaks anywhere underneath the car. I have no idea what is going on. So we're probably just going to have to continue this video when I can maybe talk to Kyler or a shop or I don't know what, but I'm pretty much done. So I feel extremely defeated. I spent so much time trying to figure out what's going on with this clutch, and I still have no idea what's going on, and it's really hard to want to finish this car and do cosmetic things when I know it's not running correctly. So I don't know. I'm gonna go study up and then I'll check back in with you guys. I don't know when, but we'll see right now. All right, guys, so it's been 2 days. Yesterday my neighbor came over, we started poking around, and turns out the leak was coming from the new clutch master cylinder that me and James had put in months ago. Now, it was leaking from here like profusely, and that definitely seems to be our culprit. So I went out this morning, O'Reilly's, grabbed a new one. The new one, it's actually a huge difference. The new one is all metal. and seems way beefier. So I'm not gonna film this. You guys already saw us install one of these. I'll check back in with you when we reinstall it here quick, and hopefully we will be declaring victory over the clutch pedal and can move on to more fun stuff. So this to this, we'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, so it is a new day. I know it's been like 2 seconds for you, but several days later, and let me fill you in. So, me and my neighbor who does not want to be filmed, who was helping me with this, we basically ended up putting in a new master. That is no longer leaking. That was definitely leaking. However, we still were pulling air through the system somehow. So basically what we ended up doing is pulling the whole clutch line out, which maybe that'll be easier to see. But that's the whole clutch line. Apparently this is some kind of clutch pedal booster feel, whatever. But we pressure tested it underwater and there's definitely leaks in this system. So what do? We hit up our boys over at ECS Tuning and we got a replacement. So a full steel braided line that totally eliminates this. It's gonna go from our Clutch Master, our new super awesome Clutch Master, to our recently purchased ECS bleeder block, to our slave, which is, yeah, horribly, you can't, let's see, boom, to our slave. So we're gonna hook that up quick. I'll set up the tripod. Then Andy is over here and he's gonna help me try to bleed this, and hopefully this will be the end-all be-all to this clutch issue.
I hope.
Oh gosh, dude, I hope too. So then we can move on to fun stuff. So see you guys in a few. Alright guys, so we got it all installed. You can't really see it. It's this red line. Now it all feels super solid. So I'm going to go ahead and top off the reservoir. I'm going to have Andy pump the clutch. I'm going to man the bleeder. And we're going to go ahead and see. So set up the tripod. I'll see you guys in a minute. I mean, it's definitely not.
Oh, deny.
It yeah, definitely shot the line off just then. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh man, it doesn't look like it's leaking from there, but it definitely just shot it off of there.
Oh.
Hey guys, so it has been about 2 weeks since I've seen you, and the tranny's out. So we believe the culprit was the slave cylinder, which we replaced. We inspected the clutch. Clutch actually looked really good. So clutch is back in, and we're actually getting ready to pop the tranny back in. So, also did the valve cover. Looks nice. Cleaning things up, getting things back together. So, this sucker should be back in here by later today. So, I won't bore you with the details. There's tons of mechanical vlogs about how to pull a tranny on a 6-speed Mark IV. But, I'll check in with you guys when it's in. And hopefully we'll be celebrating victory finally with the car shifting and building clutch pressure as it should. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been several days. But look what we got. Let me bump this up a bit. Well, as you can see, the battery's in, training's back in. So we finally got the tranny back in. And then from there, I installed the new valve cover. We got new plugs. Went ahead and changed the oil. Found out actually, so funny enough, remember if you watched the air out video, me, Logan, and Andy, we're having some issues with the MAF here, and the car would only stay running if it was flipped backwards. And so me and Mike got to talking, and like, that's not right. That's not correct. So we started investigating what that could be, cleared some codes, and then just started digging deeper. And turns out the intake pipe wasn't actually connected to the turbo. So it was making the MAF go crazy. And I don't know if just having it in there backwards was recessing it enough where it was fooling the sensor into reading correctly or whatever. But this thing sounds way the hell better now. So I think next steps here will be I got tranny fluid. So we'll probably go ahead and change the tranny fluid probably this weekend. And then install our Evolution Import skid plate so we don't crack the oil pan, because we are low, y'all. I mean, you guys know we're low, but we're still on jack stands. I've been working on the wrap. We still need to replace this door. This big boo-boo. I got one right there, though, but me and Logan actually tried to do it before, and there's not enough room while it's in the garage. The door won't open enough to get to the hinges to get it off. So I've been whittling away on pieces of the wrap. I've mainly been doing bumpers. It's not fun to watch people wrap cars, you guys. I've wrapped for a long time, and it's just very, very, very tedious. So instead of giving you guys videos of like mainly all time lapse and no information and just watching me sit there and wrap, I'm just gonna save that for the final reveal, basically. Color, style, all that stuff. So I'm gonna throw this on the tripod. I'm gonna start it up. I'm going to shift through a couple gears just so you guys can see she is actually back to good, which really, you guys, if you've been watching this series, this car has just been one problem after another, and we're really, really, really getting close. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am, and so I'm going to go ahead and start her up and give you guys some juice. See you in a second. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. She's shifting through gears. I suppose I could have showed you guys the hub spinning, but I don't know what that's going to do. But, yep. Just getting her used to being running correctly again, and hopefully she'll be back on the road soon. I need this to be soon. We need to get onto the Mini, back on the Flex. waiting on parts, getting parts, scheduling times. Like, man, it's crazy. But this car has thrown a huge wrench in our whole thing. So this was such a major component get taken care of, pulling that tranny, getting that slave, getting the whole clutch system figured out. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you stayed this long, oh, man, no secret word. Just know that I appreciate you. We'll see you guys in the next one. Factory Fix You. We out. Peace.